me.
You ain't even trying. It's all me. Look at that belly of yours. Where's the mountain? Hey, you're falling fat, losing again.
Drop that coswallop. Master will take us back, as long as we keep that mountain in her heart.
Hey. No scolding, no flogging, life spared. Why risk going back? This place, we've got food on our table and...
Black Myth Zhong was one of the surprise reveals at Gamescom 2025, expanding the mythic universe game science began with Wukong. The cinematic trailer introduced Zhong, known in Chinese folklore as the ghost-catching god who roams between the realms of hell and earth. The footage opened on two desperate men fleeing in the night, only to cut to a striking image of Zhong himself riding atop a massive tiger, a symbol of his supernatural power and dominion over spirits. Unlike Wukong's martial fantasy, this project leans into darker mythological horror. While the Gamescom teaser didn't show gameplay, it set the tone with grand cinematic style, blending haunting landscapes with epic myth. Zhong's role as a vanquisher of demons suggests a game filled with spectral enemies, supernatural combat, and a narrative deeply rooted in Chinese ghost lore. Game Science confirmed that Zhong is a standalone entry in the Black Myth saga, not a direct continuation of Wukong, but sharing the same ambition to fuse ancient legend with cutting-edge technology. The game is still in early development, and no release date has been set, but it is confirmed for PC and all major consoles.
Come on. You have been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna work so late.
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done, just a sec.
It's really coming down hard.
Mom, phone. Mom.
It's right beside you.
Hello?
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude. What the?
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry.
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong?
Shh. We need to keep our voices down.
This is ridiculous.
Come on.
Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time.
Wait!
Grace, keep moving.
Oh, who's that? Oh,
I'm so sorry about the power outage.
What happened?
It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Don't worry.
I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
Come on in here, Grace. Grace, look at me. Grab my hands. Okay, look at me. Look at me. In and out. Breathe in and out. Oh, Grace. I promise you, I will explain this all to you one of these days. Grace. Please know that you are my hope. Never forget that.
What are you talking about?
Just... I love you.
I love you too.
Okay.
Mom, I'm scared.
No. We need to find a way out of here now.
But we don't have any of our stuff.
We can come back for it later, Grace.
Resident Evil 9 Requiem marks Capcom's chilling return to survival horror, revealed at Gamescom 2025 with a trailer that stunned fans. The story follows Grace Ashcroft, an FBI analyst drawn back into the nightmare of Raccoon City 30 years after the original outbreak. The trailer's haunting prologue shows Grace as a child, fleeing the Wrenwood Hotel with her mother. A scene that sets the emotional weight behind her investigation into Umbrella's past and her family's tragic connection. Gameplay blends the series' classic tension with a new twist. Seamless switching between first-person and third-person perspectives, letting players decide how they confront the horror. Expect puzzle solving, relentless chase sequences, and grotesque enemy encounters designed to keep you on edge. Visually, Requiem is Capcom's most ambitious leap yet. Built in the RE engine with full path-traced lighting and DLSS 4 integration, the game delivers ray-traced global illumination, eerie shadows, and environments that feel alive with dread. The Gamescom demo confirmed the atmosphere is thicker and more immersive than ever. Directed by Koshi Nakanishi, the mind behind Resident Evil 7, this entry returns the franchise to its survival roots while celebrating its 30th anniversary with deeper lore connections. Resident Evil 9 Requiem launches February 27th, 2026 on PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Our gods have forsaken us. For fear of the coming darkness consumes all but you, lamp bearer. Something stirs within you, something ancient, powerful, hungry. So I ask you, will you harness this darkness within and deliver unto our so-called lords retribution? But should you fall, the world falls
Lords of the Fallen 2 opened Gamescom 2025 with a cinematic trailer drenched in dread, setting the stage for the next chapter in this dark fantasy saga. The reveal confirmed the story leaps forward a century after the original, as the umbral corruption spreads further than ever, poisoning both the living world and the realm of the dead. The Gamescom showcase centered on the Umbral Lamp, a cursed relic that now plays an even greater role. Shifting between worlds is more dangerous than before, twisted horrors stalk you in the shadows, and the thin line between life and death is always collapsing underfoot. The trailer showed warriors clashing in ruined cathedrals and desolate wastelands, the air thick with despair as ancient forces stir awake. Combat builds on the refinements introduced in the first game's rebirth. Faster, heavier, and more punishing, every strike looks decisive, with brutal execution animations punctuating the action. The tone remains unflinching. This is a world of horror, of sacrifice, and of enemies that test your patience as much as your skill. Developed by CI Games, Lords of the Fallen 2 is scheduled to launch in 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
Fear makes you easier to control. It's time to wake up.
Your streets shall once again run red with your blood.
Raul Menendez ignited global unrest on an unprecedented scale.
Menendez is a terrorist. We're bringing peace and security to the world.
He refuses to let me go.
Stop looking backwards, Dayton. What matters is what you do next.
A lot of people counting on us for answers.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7 exploded onto the stage at Gamescom 2025 with a full gameplay reveal dragging the series into a darker, more psychological future. Set in 2035, the campaign follows an elite JSOC team as they enter the neon-drenched city of Avalon, where advanced tech and shadow wars collide. The trailer showed mind-bending visuals, corridors folding in on themselves, enemies twisting reality, and confirmed the return of familiar names like David Mason and Raul Menendez, now joined by a chilling new antagonist, Emma Kagan. The Gamescom showcase also confirmed a huge change for the series. The campaign once again supports 4-player co-op, letting squads experience Black Ops' signature paranoia together. Beyond the story, multiplayer launches with 16 maps, including remastered classics from Black Ops 2, plus a new skirmish mode, a massive 20v20 battlefield with vehicles, wingsuits, and tactical objectives. The trailer also unveiled Endgame, a PvE survival mode set in Avalon where teams push against endless waves of enemies, alongside the return of classic zombies, this time with buildable wonder vehicles, survival maps, and the fan favorite Dead Ops arcade making its comeback. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 launches November 14th, 2025 on PlayStation, Xbox, and PC, and arrives day one on Xbox Game Pass.
Millions of souls pour into the underworld every day. You're no different. My lord, he's here.
I bid you walk the mortal world once more. Fallen leaves return to their roots. You shall gather the souls that stray.
I've watched over this city for ages, and every name in your scroll of death. Not one of them dies quietly. You, a soulless husk. You can judge my fate! Why wrestle rogues when their artifacts can do what brute strength cannot?
What? The soulless husk?
The living cast their dead to flame, and sacrifice ignites the war banners!
Here we go again.
Swords of Legends return to the spotlight at Gamescom 2025 with a reveal that redefines the future of one of China's most acclaimed RPG franchises. The new trailer introduced us to Si Pen, an underworld enforcer tasked with guiding reluctant souls back to the living, a duty that quickly spirals into a battle against forces that refuse to stay bound by death. The Gamescom showcase made it clear this isn't another punishing Souls-like. Instead, Orogon Shanghai is leaning into accessibility and strategy, crafting an action RPG where combat is fluid but never overwhelming. One of the standout mechanics is soul capturing, defeat enemies and summon them to fight at your side, turning every encounter into an opportunity to expand your arsenal. The world itself follows a, quote, wide linear design, offering narrative focus while still letting players explore richly detailed environments. The tone sits somewhere between myth and tragedy, balancing martial arts spectacle with a darker tale about duty, death, and redemption. For the first time in series history, Swords of Legends will launch simultaneously in the West, fully localized on day one. Platforms and release timing haven't been revealed yet, but Gamescom 2025 marked a true global debut for this legendary franchise.
The end of the world is this only in our minds.
Are you going to give me a line?
Swordsmith's daughter. I watched that tree burn. How did you escape?
Same way. I survived every battle. The thought of killing you. Ruthless spirits, wandering the land, driven by vengeance. Sometimes I feel like that is what I am.
Ghost of Yōtei returned to Gamescom 2025 with a breathtaking new trailer, one that balanced cinematic spectacle with raw emotion. The footage centered on Atsu, the mercenary protagonist, as she removes her mask to reveal a face hardened by grief and vengeance, a symbol of the legacy she carries after her family was slaughtered by the notorious Yōtei 6. Set in 1603 on the untamed northern frontier of Ezo, modern-day Hokkaido, the game unfolds 3 centuries after Ghost of Tsushima. Unlike a samurai or shinobi, Atsu is a revenant-like warrior, a blade for hire who must hunt down the Yōtei 6 in any order, creating a non-linear structure where each target's downfall shapes her journey. The Gamescom showcase highlighted her brutal arsenal: dual katanas, massive odachi, yari spears, kusarigama chains, and even early firearms, each combat style animated with brutal precision. Exploration promises a living open world, snowstorms, shifting auroras, dense forests, where side missions, bounty hunts, and small moments like painting or resting in an onsen break the cycle of bloodshed. It also revealed striking visual modes that reshape the tone: a Kurosawa-inspired black and white filter, Miike mode with gritty close-ups, and Watanabe mode that pairs lo-fi ambience with serene exploration. It's an approach that blends artistry with gameplay freedom. Ghost of Yōtei launches October 2nd, 2025 on PlayStation 5 and PC.
Can you describe the sound in the recording?
Sorry.
Let's go back to the start.
I remember the wind, strong wind. What the hell happened here?
We got company!
Too heavy for you. But sometimes, loss can birth beasts and bury truths. What do you think? What if you are the beast?
The beast?
Project Spectrum had its world premiere at Gamescom 2025, revealing a brand new first-person shooter steeped in psychological horror. The trailer opened with a chilling interrogation as a shaken soldier recalls a mission inside an Ember Zone, territories warped by radiant anomalies that twist cities, landscapes, and even human minds. From there, we saw glimpses of distorted environments, firefights against both creatures and rival agents, and tense sequences where sanity itself becomes a resource you fight to preserve. Gameplay blends tactical shooting with survival mechanics. You step into the role of an operator recruiting and leading elite agents on expeditions into Ember Zones. Missions demand not only gunplay, but creative use of the environment, on-the-fly crafting, and the nerve to face threats that defy reason. What makes it unique is the PvPvE layer. Beyond the monsters born of the Ember, other hostile players can invade your mission as executioners, forcing you to survive both supernatural terror and human cunning. Visually, Spectrum harnesses Unreal Engine 5 to push dense, atmospheric lighting and warping geometry that keeps the world unsettling. Team Jade, the studio behind Delta Force, confirmed the project has been in development for 2 years, building towards a shooter that's as much about fear as it is about firepower. Project Spectrum is currently in development for PC, with more platforms to be confirmed. No release date has been announced.
You saved my life and laid claim to my soul. In turn, I shall save your souls by claiming the life of your old self.
Who was that? What is this place?
This way.
I better get going.
A good day is always an extraordinary day. An extraordinary day is an always good day. With that in mind, today's a bit too extraordinary.
So this is where you are. I wondered where you had gone. You need to start getting ready. It's time to say your goodbyes. You're going to kill them with your own hands.
What's going on? No, it's got my home too. The holes, the doors, everything's changed. Tell me, who are you? Please. Just die.
It must be hard for you to bid farewell to childhood friends.
Yes. No. It had to be done. As soon as I could.
Silent Hill left returned to Gamescom 2025 with a chilling new trailer, pulling the series into 1960s Japan for a deeply unsettling chapter. The story follows Hinako Shimizu, a high school girl trapped in the fog-soaked town of Ibisugala. The trailer showed her wandering through narrow streets, shadowed by mannequins and grotesque creatures stitched together from human parts. A fox-masked guide carrying a blue lantern whispered cryptic lines, hinting at the town's cruel grip on her fate. Gameplay leans heavily into survival horror tradition, tense exploration, limited resources, and desperate melee combat. Hinako wields a pole arm against doppelgangers and parasitic monstrosities, while puzzles and shifting realities reinforce Silent Hill's psychological edge. The Gamescom footage emphasized dread through atmosphere rather than gore, rooms bending into impossible shapes, voices echoing with guilt, and moments where reality itself splinters. Visually, the art direction from Kara combines delicate beauty with grotesque horror, while Akira Yamaoka's soundtrack layers mournful tones beneath the chaos. Written by Ryukishi 07, known for Higurashi When They Cry, the narrative digs into themes of trauma, societal pressure, and personal transformation. And with the English voice cast led by Susie Young, it bridges the franchise to a new global audience. Silent Hill F launches September 25th, 2025 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Valor Mortis was one of the most striking surprises at Gamescom 2025. From the creators of Ghost Runner, this new project trades neon rooftops for plague-ridden battlefields, throwing players into a dark reimagining of Napoleonic Europe. You play as William, a fallen French soldier resurrected in a world where war has twisted into something far more monstrous. The Gamescom trailer showcased a first-person Souls-like unlike anything we've seen before. Brutal melee clashes, desperate parries, and supernatural powers known as transmutations that warp combat in unpredictable ways. William's journey isn't just about survival, it's about mastering a corrupted strength while navigating a Metroidvania-style world of ruined villages, infested forests, and grotesque bosses waiting in the shadows. What stood out most is how much DNA from Ghost Runner remains. Combat is fast, precise, and unforgiving, but now layered with heavier weapons, dual wielding options, and a progression system that rewards every risk. The world design invites exploration with hidden paths, optional challenges, and choices that test both reflexes and patience. Developed by One More Level and published by Lyrical Games, Valor Mortis is set to launch in 2026 on PC, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series X and S.
Where are my lamps?
To think something like this was right under the city. What fearsome power! Be careful!
Oh, righteous! And after everything you and your awful kind put him through, too! Were you feeling left out? Here, let me show you something to cheer you up.
games!
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Anyway, do enjoy.
Onimusha Way of the Sword slashed its way into Gamescom 2025 with a trailer that brought back Capcom's legendary samurai action, this time darker, sharper, and more brutal than ever. The footage transported us to a corrupted Edo-era Kyoto, where the city is drowning in malice and plagued by grotesque Genma. Among the horrors on display were the Greater Nue, a lightning-wielding chimera, the Kogashira, humans twisted into poison-spewing husks, and the Chijiko, a nightmare stitched from faces and tentacles. The Gamescom showcase also gave us a deep look at combat. Core mechanics return with modern polish, precise deflects to reflect attacks, tight parries that stagger enemies, and the devastating Isen counter, a single lethal strike pulled off at the last possible moment. Players can absorb enemy souls to heal and strengthen their Oni gauntlet, while Blazing State unleashes powerful Oni powers after chaining perfect defenses. It's a system that rewards patience, precision, and deadly timing. Visually, the game leans into Capcom's cinematic flair, Kyoto reimagined as a haunted war zone, where Musashi Miyamoto carves his path through corruption. The blend of historical drama, samurai myth, and supernatural horror felt tailor-made for fans of Sekiro and the classic Onimusha series alike. Onimusha Way of the Sword is set to release in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC, with a playable demo already showcased at Gamescom.
Drop your weapon or we'll shoot!
Drop your weapon! Last warning!
You've crossed the line. Are you trying to get us all killed here?
3 minutes to drop. Everyone stand by.
Cinder City lit up Gamescom 2025 with a high-octane gameplay trailer reintroducing NCSoft's long-rumored Project LLL under its new title. The footage dropped players into a devastated Seoul, its familiar district swallowed by fire and ruin, then thrust them into the role of a futuristic knight on a desperate search for his missing daughter. The Gamescom showcase hammered home scale and spectacle. Tight corridor firefights spilled into vast arenas where squads clashed against towering mechs, while open-world exploration shifted into high-speed vehicular combat through a city drowning in chaos. Whether fighting solo or alongside friends, the action carried an MMO edge, squad coordination, loot systems, and shared world intensity pulsing through every battle. Visually, it's powered by Unreal Engine 5, blending the grit of a ruined 23rd century Seoul with cutting-edge fidelity. Sparks, neon, and ash filled the air as the trailer cut between cinematic storytelling and raw, in-engine combat, reminding players this isn't just a shooter, but a lived-in dystopia where survival and humanity collide. With NCSoft and Big Fire Games steering the project, Cinder City is set to launch in 2026 for PC and console. La Divina Commedia was one of the most striking premieres at Gamescom 2025, revealed by Italian studio Jama Games, with a trailer that fused poetry, horror, and brutal action. The footage opened with a warrior poet, his mouth sewn shut, wielding a massive sword as he descended into Dante's hell. What followed was a savage clash with a skull-faced demon, showcasing real in-engine combat that was as stylish as it was grotesque. The concept pulls directly from Dante Alighieri's epic poem, but twists it into a dark fantasy action RPG. Players journey through the circles of hell, confronting monstrous guardians while seeking redemption for a tainted past. The Gamescom showcase teased mechanics beyond pure combat, procedurally generated dungeons that must be escaped, a moral alignment system shaped by the 7 deadly sins, and fully customizable weapons and armor that blend narrative symbolism with gameplay power. Combat looked fluid and punishing, with weapon classes promising unique styles, from heavy greatswords to faster, more precise tools of destruction. The atmosphere was drenched in infernal imagery, towering spires, endless fire, and grotesque forms pulled straight from the pages of Dante's verse, but reimagined with modern visual fidelity. While no release date was given, La Divina Commedia is confirmed for PC via Steam, with additional platforms yet to be announced.
Brilliant, relentless, magnetic. Her name was Herschel. Dark gold hair, a well-worn life beneath. A dandelion puff, waiting to be blown. She tried to look out for me. For us. But it mattered in the end. Everything she touched rippled into failure.
Zero Parades was unveiled at Gamescom 2025, giving players their first look at Zaun's next chapter after Disco Elysium. The reveal trailer opened with static and the unsettling tick of a clock before a voice whispered, "I once knew a spy." From that moment, it was clear this wasn't a traditional RPG, but a surreal plunge into memory, ideology, and regret. The protagonist, Herschel Wilk, is a broken operative haunted by a failed mission pulled back into espionage for one final assignment. The Gamescom trailer cut between fragmented images of his world, streets blurred like half-finished paintings, doppelgangers flickering in and out of focus, and conspiracies stitched together from whispers and shadows. Every frame leaned into Zaun's signature painterly style, echoing Disco Elysium but shifting the tone towards spycraft and psychological dread. Gameplay details remain sparse, but it's clear Zero Parades is built as a narrative-driven CRPG, with isometric exploration, branching dialogue, and choices shaped as much by failure as by success. Ideological clashes take center stage, international bankers, techno-fascists, psychic doubles, each encounter designed to test not just your character, but your convictions. For now, Zero Parades is confirmed for PC via Steam, with no release date announced.
I need to become more than a man. I need to become a symbol.
What did you have in mind?
I'm Batman. Why so serious? You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
I'm allergic to nuts.
Who's the man behind the mask?
I got you!
LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight made its debut at Gamescom 2025, bringing the Caped Crusader back in a way fans have never seen before. The trailer revealed a massive open-world Gotham City alive with neon skylines, towering spires, and the classic LEGO humor woven into every detail. This time the story isn't just about Batman, it's about Bruce Wayne's full journey from League of Shadows trainee to Gotham's Dark Knight. The Gamescom showcase gave us a look at the allies and enemies shaping that journey. Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and Robin join the fight, while villains like Joker, Penguin, Poison Ivy, Ra's-al-Ghul, and Bane return with over-the-top LEGO flair. Combat has evolved too, with a new combo and counter system inspired by Arkham games, only here it's packed with slapstick animations and playful finishers that still feel impactful. Traversal looked just as varied as combat. Players can glide across rooftops, grapple between skyscrapers, or jump into bat vehicles like the Batmobile and Batcycle. Gadgets also play a central role. Batarangs, Batclaws, foam sprayers, and Catwoman's whip all featured in the demo, making Gotham feel like a true playground for experimentation. LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight launches in 2026 on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC.
In an ale-induced stupor, a ghost of my former glory. Until one day when I was stabbed. I thought I died. Instead, I was given a second chance in a strange world, alongside rogues from across the timescape.
Hello. Hi. How you doing? I'm fine. I'm a boss. Get it right. If you don't think, say hi.
And we were promised to fix our past. I guess that's what we're here to do.
Yes, like that. What you see, oh, you like that. Down, she ain't like that. Body right face, ooh, yeah, you like that. Oh, you like that? Yeah, you like that. Oh, you like that? Yes, like that. 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 Yes, like that.
Time Takers made its world premiere at Gamescom 2025, dropping one of the most chaotic and stylish trailers of the show. The reveal blended eras and genres into pure mayhem. Barbarians charging into battle beside samurai, medieval knights, and cybernetic ninjas, all colliding in a time-warped arena where every second counts. The Gamescom footage showcased the game's unique hook. Time energy isn't just a mechanic, it's your lifeline. Take damage and the clock ticks down, but defeat enemies or revive your squad and you steal back precious seconds. It transforms every firefight into a battle for survival, where skill keeps you alive and the timer pushes the tension higher with each clash. Combat unfolds in fast-paced third-person action, with each character archetype carrying its own style. Barbarians rely on raw strength, knights bring armored resilience, samurai deliver precision strikes, and ninjas combine agility with futuristic tech. The trailer hammered home that mix of old and new, steel swords clashing with cyber katanas under neon skies. Visually, Time Takers leans into a bold, exaggerated art direction, equal parts playful and brutal. And with its free-to-play launch on Steam, it's built to pull in squads looking for quick, adrenaline-charged sessions. Time Takers is coming soon as a free-to-play release on PC via Steam.
1,000 worlds. No respite. No remorse. No mercy. We are the wrath of the Emperor, his angels of death. But the Imperium lies broken, its armies scattered and reeling. Our foes rise to drag us down, and the galaxy has been torn asunder. On the world of Cronus, we make our stand. We are the Blood Ravens. There is no victory to claim here. Only vengeance to enact. Whilst even one of us lives, we fight. For only in death does duty end.
Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War 4 stormed back onto the battlefield at Gamescom 2025, delivering a trailer that reminded fans why this series defines real-time strategy in the grimdark future. The footage combined cinematic spectacle with glimpses of base construction and massive armies clashing on the war-torn tomb world of Cronus, where Necron legions awaken and every faction carves its claim in blood. The game marks the long-awaited return to the classic Dawn of War style. Base building, resource gathering, and large-scale battles take center stage again, supported by an overhauled sync-kill system that makes melee executions brutally cinematic. The Gamescom showcase confirmed 4 factions at launch: the iconic Blood Ravens, the mechanical might of the Adeptus Mechanicus, the Savage Orcs, and the Undying Necrons. Each comes with unique commanders, units, and mechanics that completely alter the flow of battle. Beyond skirmishes, Dawn of War 4 brings over 70 campaign missions, penned in part by Black Library author John French, and playable solo or in co-op. Multiplayer includes 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, plus the return of Last Stand, alongside robust customization with the Painter tool to make every army uniquely yours. Developed by King Art Games, best known for Iron Harvest, and published by Deep Silver, Dawn of War 4 aims to both honor the legacy and push it forward. The game is set to release in 2026 for PC, with console versions under consideration.
Next step, improvise. You see my new toy?
Liar, liar! Zombie on fire!
Best power ever! Oopsie!
They're wrecking our ride!
Could use some help now.
I need some first. Can you all please cover me?
Whatever works.
John Carpenter's Toxic Commando roared onto the stage at Gamescom 2025 with a trailer that perfectly captured the chaos of 80s horror action. The footage dropped players straight into a world ravaged by the Sludge God, an eldritch nightmare unleashed after a failed attempt to siphon energy from the Earth's core. What followed was pure Carpenter. Explosions, quips, and over-the-top mayhem drenched in blood and neon. The Gamescom showcase emphasized co-op carnage. Squads of mercenaries tore through swarms of twisted monsters using shotguns, flamethrowers, grenades, and even katanas before piling into off-road vehicles to mow down anything in their path. It's built on Saber Interactive's Swarm engine, the same tech behind World War Z and Space Marine 2, which means massive hordes, slick co-op, and relentless pacing are front and center. The tone is unmistakably John Carpenter, equal parts grim and tongue-in-cheek. One moment you're knee-deep in gore, the next you're laughing at a buddy movie-style one-liner before diving back into the chaos. Toxic Commando isn't about subtlety, it's about spectacle, camaraderie, and surviving the apocalypse with style. The game launches in early 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC via Steam and Epic Game Store. Kings thundered onto the stage at Gamescom 2025, proving that trucking can be just as intense and cinematic as any blockbuster. Developed by Saber Interactive and published by Focus Entertainment, the reveal trailer captured the spirit of the open road, starting in a quiet diner before throwing players straight into a storm chase that turned every mile into a fight for survival. At its core, this is more than just a trucking simulator. Road Kings blends true-to-life driving physics, weight, wear, torque, and braking with a story-driven journey across the American South from the sun-drenched highways of Florida to the historic streets of Savannah. Every route tells a tale of ambition, rivalry, and resilience. You begin as a rookie driver, clawing your way up to become a respected owner-operator, making tough choices against rivals, clients, and even corrupt corporations. The Gamescom showcase highlighted how dynamic this world really is. Tornadoes, accidents, and disasters aren't just background, they're obstacles you'll face head-on. And beyond solo play, asynchronous multiplayer lets you form trucking companies with others, building reputations and competing on leaderboards for dominance of the road. Road Kings is set to release in 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Routine resurfaced at Gamescom 2025 with a trailer that proved this long-delayed horror project is finally ready to see the light, or in this case, the dark. The footage dropped us into a derelict lunar base, its corridors swallowed in shadows and silence, only broken by the hum of malfunctioning lights and the eerie echo of mechanical footsteps hunting in the dark. The showcase reminded us why Routine has always stood out. It's not about cheap scares, it's about tension. With no HUD to guide you, every sound, every flicker, every shadow feels like a threat. The Cosmonaut Assistance Tool, or CAT, remains your lifeline, letting you hack systems, power up doors, or even hold off hostile machines. But every action is risky. Permadeath means one mistake could end everything. The Gamescom trailer emphasized slow dread over spectacle. The moon base isn't just an environment, it's a predator, shifting through procedural elements that keep each run unpredictable. Fans who've been following its turbulent 13-year development finally have a reason to believe. Raw Fury confirmed Routine is on track. Routine launches late 2025 on PC and Xbox Series X and S, available day one on Xbox Game Pass. Hollow Knight Silksong finally broke its silence at Gamescom 2025, confirming the long-awaited release window fans have been begging for. The new teaser placed Hornet in a swamp thick with poison, where her acrobatic movement and precision combat were on full display, slashing through enemies, vaulting across platforms, and even facing off against twin bosses in a brutal test of timing. The Gamescom reveal wasn't just cinematic, it was hands-on. Attendees got to play a demo at both the Nintendo and Xbox booths, showcasing Hornet's expanded toolset, instant healing, faster traversal, and a refined quest journal add new depth, while crafting systems let you upgrade weapons and gear with resources scavenged throughout the cursed kingdom of Farloom. Team Cherry confirmed the scope is massive. Over 165 new enemies, 100 benches to uncover, and side quests scattered across environments filled with secrets and traps. The visual style still carries the haunting elegance of the first Hollow Knight, but every frame of the Gamescom trailer reminded us Silksong is faster, tougher, and far more ambitious. Hollow Knight Silksong launches in late 2025 for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and both Nintendo Switch systems, arriving day one on Xbox Game Pass.